name's Carl Bates and I'm the Managing Director of the Sadar Global Group. Today I'm going to briefly introduce myself to you, the journey that I've been on through business, and some of the things I'm going to be sharing with you about business and achieving extreme business success in your own enterprise or organisation. As a Managing Director of a global company, as a global entrepreneur, business mentor, and international speaker on what it takes to achieve extreme business success, I've had the opportunity to understand what it takes, what the magic is in small businesses around the globe. And through my learning and through my experience in business, both family and family experiences, and also my own direct experience in the growth and development of Sadar and the Sadar Global Group, I've got huge knowledge and experiences to share with you around what it takes to be successful, to succeed, to achieve extreme business success in your own enterprise. Firstly, let me introduce you to the Sadar organisation. Sadar is the name given to the lead Sherpa on a mountain expedition. Rather than see a mountain of difficulty, the Sadar sees a clear path of opportunity. They choose the right team, decide on the route, and know when to go for the summit. Indeed, what we do at the Sadar Group is we take you and your business on what we call an astute business expedition to enable you to climb to new heights, to enable you to reach the summit of your business potential, if you like, the summit of your vision. We do that through sharing with business owners like yourself, with entrepreneurs, with what we like to call real entrepreneurs, what it takes to succeed in business, the game rules of business. And indeed, one of the episodes I'll be sharing with you is about the laws of extreme business success. We also work very closely with companies in our core area of knowledge and understanding. Indeed, the Sadar organisation is recognised in New Zealand and South Africa as the leaders in the understanding and implementation of enterprise governance in small business. Arguably, we are the global leaders in the understanding and implementation of enterprise governance in small and medium business. Because small and medium enterprises, entrepreneurship, if you like, has its own set of challenges. But the tools that we use in major corporates, the tools that we use in large organisations to enable those organisations to continue to grow and develop are exactly the same tools that you and I should be using in our businesses if we want to achieve extreme business success. So through these episodes and through our journey together, I'm going to share with you different components of what we at the Sadar team and the Sadar Group globally share with small and medium enterprises to enable them to achieve extreme business success. Let me tell you a little bit about my journey though, how I've come to understand what it takes to succeed in business. I was lucky enough as a young child to grow up in a family where I had 7 of my 8 great-grandparents. Indeed, today I still have all of my grandparents alive and my parents. All of my family have been involved in business to some degree or another. My father's a plumber, my grandfather was a greengrocer, my other grandfather was a builder. Indeed, my grandmother owned a fashion boutique, and my great-grandfather was a butcher and a greengrocer and the like. All hands-on businesses where you've got to get in there, you've got to know your product, you've got to know your customer. Real crafts, as we call them at the Sadar Group. But then through studying and starting to understand what business was about, I could see that there was something that as a family we were missing. Something as a family we didn't understand. Something that was meaning that our businesses, or the family's businesses, the ones that I grew up watching and grew up hearing about, were staying small. At the age of 18, I was appointed as a director of a private hospital, a specialised aged care facility in New Zealand. And a year after that, I was appointed as a director of the Arena 102, a multi-stadia complex, indeed New Zealand's largest multi-stadia complex, as well as a director of the Universal College of Learning, the 3rd largest polytechnic or technical college in New Zealand, a major organisation. And through those professional directorships, through those opportunities to engage and understand about this concept called governance, I could see that there was something that large organisations do that small business owners missed, that they didn't apply, that indeed small business owners didn't think applied to them. And as I started to understand this concept called governance and see what it took to achieve extreme business success in an organisation, I started to do some research around major business owners around the world and how they achieved their success. and quickly found that the likes of Bill Gates, Richard Branson, and other successful entrepreneurs from very early on in their business careers had boards of directors, had multiple shareholders, had business managers appropriate for each part of their business. It was that understanding that led me to see that in small business, one of the things that fundamentally keeps businesses small, keeps your business small, is you, is your thinking, is your understanding about business and your belief that as a small business you get to run it your way. That because you're a small business you're different, or because you're an entrepreneur, some of these rules of governance and effective management don't apply to you. But the reality I found out was, and the reality I've learned through my own business experience, is that while you think that because you're a small business, you get to operate by the game rules of, in inverted commas, small business, you indeed lose the game and you stay small. Because the rules of small business apply, funnily enough, to small businesses. Whereas if you want to achieve what we call extreme business success, if you want to take your organisation on a journey to achieve extreme business success, you've got to play by the game rules of enterprise. You've got to play by the game rules that enable you to grow your organisation to achieve this thing we call extreme business success. Look, I'm not saying I've got it all right. I've made a lot of mistakes through my journey in business, and from those mistakes have learnt, if you like, have turned them into experiences that have enabled me to grow our organisation and indeed support other small and medium business owners around the world to grow their businesses. Look, I've got a degree in finance and accounting from Massey University in New Zealand. I'm a member of the Institute of Directors of New Zealand and a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of New Zealand. But those professional qualifications in themselves don't enable me to stand here and say, or to sit here and say, that in business this is what you need to do to succeed. What enables me to share my knowledge and the understanding that Sidara as an organisation has about what successful business actually means is that I've been on the journey myself. I've, if you like, earned the degree in business. I've got my university degree, but I've also got that degree that you can only get from doing it. That degree that you can only get from losing money, from making mistakes, from investing in the wrong resources. And it is the journey that we're going to go on through the episodes that are coming up, where we're going to share what it actually means to succeed in business. And I'm going to share with you the insights and understandings that I have from the journey that I've been on in business. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. One of the things I'd like to share with you as part of this introduction to these series and the specific episodes is some of the topics that we're going to be covering. Some of the specifics about the areas that I believe and the team at Sidara believe are critical to you achieving extreme business success. Let's talk about governance first. In your business, is there effective governance? Do you know what governance actually means? You've signed the form to become a director of your business, but have you done anything else to actually understand as a director how you can fundamentally either create or destroy shareholder wealth? It's interesting, you see, because when it comes to governance and the role of a board of directors, business owners often say to me, yeah, but my business is too small. Or we're not ready for governance in our company yet. We're not large enough. Or governance only applies to corporate organisations. Have you ever heard of the concept of a board of director? Or do you only ever hear about what we call a board of directors, plural? Ask yourself this, are you the only director of your business? Is that really how you would allow someone else to run their company if you were a shareholder in it? The topic of governance, and indeed governance as a foundation for extreme business success, is a powerful conversation and discussion for us to have and for me to share with you my understanding about how it enables you to achieve extreme business success. Make sure you join us for that episode. Because after talking about governance and the concept of governance and how that will enable you to achieve extreme business success, we're going to talk about wealth dynamics and the role of understanding actually your path of least resistance to wealth creation. You see, we all have a natural energy. We're all good at something. I'm a chartered accountant. I can do a tax return. But I much prefer to be talking with you and sharing with you my knowledge and understanding than sitting behind a desk counting beans. With all due respect to any accountants that happen to be listening. The key about wealth dynamics is it shares with you a pathway, a journey, that if you follow will enable you to create your wealth a whole lot easier than if you don't understand what your wealth dynamics profile is. Indeed, just ask yourself this. If you go and pick up Bill Gates' book, Richard Branson's book, Oprah Winfrey's book, Donald Trump's book, Warren Buffett's book, Andrew Carnegie's book, all significantly successful wealth creators from around the planet. If you were to pick up their books and read their books, do they all tell you the same thing about how to succeed in business, or do they tell you a different story? Does Bill Gates tell you to create a company while Warren Buffett tells you to just invest in someone else's? Does Oprah Winfrey tell you to create a personal brand and Andrew Carnegie to say, don't worry about your own brand, just worry about the data and the analysis? If you understand that reading people's books like that, they all tell you a different story, you'll understand that each person has their own path to wealth creation. And if you understand yours, and then you understand that of your teams, you'll understand that it enables you to create an effective team in business, one that's going to be an important part of your journey to your summit, your journey to your success, your journey to achieving extreme business success. So make sure you join us for the episode on Wealth Dynamics, so I can share with you this powerful tool that we know works for small and medium enterprises.